Hi everyone. So we are going to give you hardware design engineering course. So let us quickly see what are the things that we are going to give you in this particular sessions. So what we'll be doing is we'll be talking about concept explorations to complete design, implementation and deployment of your design. Okay. So there are various things that we'll see in this particular session like microcontrollers or regulators which can be even switching regulators or linear regulators or even like switching can be boost regulator, buck regulator, everything, even gate drivers will be there, right? Then there will be component selections and their uses like op amps, comparators, gate drivers as I already mentioned. Then we will be having LED drivers. Not only this, including to our basic components like resistors, capacitors, even like diodes, how to select these diodes, even various connectors are there. So different kinds of connectors to be used. And these are having very high amount of engineering that is involved these days for even designing a connectors. So component selection is very important for any hardware design engineers. So these are the things that we will see. Now, if we talk about the course that we have designed, so this is going to be kind of hands-on experience because the course is online. Okay. So basically it will be live course. There will not be any recording session or something like that. So you will be actually bound to sit and listen to us, right? And you will be able to find out all queries and everything answered then and there itself, right? So when it is going to start is February 7th to March 31st. This is going to be around 2 months of course, and we will be putting timings 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., which is very convenient to everybody. If there will be some changes required based on the audience, okay, so we can do that as well. There is no foundation to this. And after that we'll be talking about like completion and certification. So let me give you a brief discussion about like let's say how it works. So first of all, we'll be having kind of power management design. How to do? We have some input connectors here. There you let's say we are going to have 24 volt and from there we need 5 volts. So we can put with switching regulators, right? From there we need 3.3 volt as well. So either you can use switching regulators only or you can go ahead with linear regulators. So these are the different criteria to make a power supply management, right? Now let us say you want to design a microcontroller system itself, right? In this particular things you can see that we have a microcontroller from NXP and we have a power supply connector, power supply management, and we have VM supply that is actually motor voltage supply. We have UART to USB. So various other peripherals are there. Not only limited to this, we will see a few more microcontrollers in our sessions. So why don't we do one thing? We'll go through the syllabus that we'll be covering in this session. So in this particular session, we will be having, like statements and brainstorming. Like what is the problem that is given to you in your companies, right? Wherever you are working, or maybe if you are working for somebody else as a, independent entity. So problem statement is very important. Then we will explore the concepts like what are the different options that can be, put to solve those problems. We will see about block diagrams of the system design and some example circuits for like MCUs based systems, right? Then very important thing these days what is happening is putting everything into hardware design is bit tough and it is costly as well. So we go ahead with simulation trainings. So what we'll do is we'll talk about one simulation tool that is LTSpice, which is very fast and it is available free of cost as well. So we'll see complete circuit design and simulation training on LTSpice. Then that comes the main part of the training, which is going to be hardware schematic design. So let us say for hardware schematic design directly, you cannot just have a microcontroller circuits and its pin mapping, right? For that, you need to have power supply, You might need a DC-DC converter like switching regulators because your power supply may be of little bit higher voltage. Okay, and you need to come down to, let us say, 3.3 volt or 1.8 volt or even 1.2 volt. Okay, so there are various voltage rails that may be needed for your circuit designs. Similar to that, you will be using some linear regulators. However, for various other peripherals, you might need to have a capability of component selection techniques, like how to select a diode or op amps or resistor, capacitor. Then we will be having schematic design calculation. Just like that, you cannot put a circuit into your circuit entry tools, right? So what we'll do is we'll first design the circuit, calculate it mathematically by using, let's say, Excel sheet or like pen and paper itself. And what are the concepts that is there behind those calculations, that also we will see. Then we will go ahead and see the schematic capture entry. Okay, so how to enter the schematics in your systems. I will show you like how does it look like. Then we'll go ahead with BOM generation, like bill of materials, very important. Once you send your PCB for layout and PCB fabrication, then you must have your bill of materials to be procured from market, right? And then we can also go ahead with schematic review techniques. Let's say somebody else has designed it and put it into the software, how to review them and make it very popular users. So there are a lot of other things that we'll see in this particular session. Then let us go ahead with conclusion, right? So what we'll do is we'll try to understand what are the things that we did in this particular module, and we'll also talk about interview preparation. Like let us say you are appearing for some interviews. So what are the things that you need to take care of? Okay, basically how you're going to convince your interviewer that you know something very deeply and sturdy. They don't need you to know many things and actually you do nothing, right? And then how you can prepare your resume very precisely and nicely. You don't have to put lot of things into multiple pages and all. That is not required at all. Then LinkedIn profile preparation, as soon as your some job hunter or like somebody who is looking for some candidates lands up on your LinkedIn profile, they should understand, okay, this guy knows something very specific that I need. And that's how you get your job immediately, right? And what are the different other job search strategies, that also we'll see. And at the end of the time, we will have some projects, and based on that we'll be giving you the certification as well. So let us say what are the projects that we'll see. We'll try to have two projects. So let us say all the team may be put into different teams, and each team will be doing one project, so that you can have a multiple projects at a time. So why don't we see a very easily some examples. Let us say one power supply is there, which is going to be 12 volt to 5 volt 1 ampere output. So basically we have input connector, we have the regulator, which is buck regulator or something, and then we have the output voltage available here, 3.3 volt, right? Sorry, 5 volt, right? Similar to that, we can have some linear regulators. Let us say we need 5 volt to 3.3 volt, zero point 0.5 ampere current rating, right? So we have input connector, which is input voltage. Then we have LDO, that is linear regulator. And then we have 3.3 volt output. We'll do a lot of calculation like how it is possible or not possible. What is the temperature increase, something like that we'll also see. Then we can do the same linear regulator using some adjustable output. So these are called as feedback resistor dividers, which actually sets the output voltage to 3.3 volt. So the previous one was having inbuilt, and this is going to have external. Then we'll proceed to little bit bigger circuit, which is going to be like complete microcontrollers circuit and their peripherals. Rest other circuits are not shown here, but we'll see one by one. And at that point of time, you will be able to visualize yourself like how we can make this kind of PCB by ourselves. What are the different things that you need to consider while selecting the components, how you're going to prepare your PCB to put all these components so nicely and adjusting them so that PCB layout engineers actually follows your instructions, right? So these are the jobs of PCB, PCB designers as well as the circuit designers. So circuit designers actually instruct the PCB designers to put all these values properly. And this is how you are going to have a hardware design engineering course. Any doubt or anything that you will require, you please reach out to us and we shall be able to answer you out. So at the end, what will be the fee that you will be paying for this particular session is we have kept the price 10,000, which is very, very minimal, as you are going to have live interaction with your trainer or instructor. At the same time, you will be spending complete quality time with your instructor, so that you don't have to depend on your videos recording or something like that, where you will be spending your time later or not. I don't know what will happen. So let's get into it and try to utilize it as much as possible. Thank you.